3, 2, 1.
These irons absolutely petrify me. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson and welcome back to this YouTube channel. Today I have the brand new Mizuno Pro S1 blade irons. Now these look absolutely gorgeous, and we all know that Mizuno always make a fantastic looking set of clubs. We also know they make a fantastic feeling set of clubs. But how do these brand new Mizuno blades perform? Today we're going to test it out at the gorgeous Lindrick Golf Club, and of course we're going to test them in the studio. Little side note, I've already done the numbers for these. You've got to be a bit of a baller to be able to use them. So I'll put up on screen now a close-up of just how small these actually look, because I'd go as far as saying these are up there with those Ricky Fowler Cobra blades from a couple of years ago. So we'll kick things off with the one iron that I tried to get out of the bag and didn't, the 5 iron. We've got 5, 7 and 9 to test for you today. Guys, comment below, could you see yourself using these? We've obviously got the S3s as well, which I tested not too long ago. That was also here at Lindrick actually. The one thing I'll say is they're not cheap, and I think for what they are, which is essentially just a forged, well, you can see here, it's a grain flow forged HD 1025E stainless. Like that's good, but don't be telling me there's like any foam or anything magic in here, because we all know there isn't. So 5 iron off the tee. Ideally we're going to hit this around 200 yards, and I'm just going to test some ball flights as well. Oh my, Chris, bring this in. Bring this. This looks absolutely petrifying. It almost looks like the ball's too big, doesn't it? The ball looks like a tennis ball down at them. And that's fantastic if you like are a traditionalist and you love the concept and the idea of playing. You know what? I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to hit them, because I also hit, so we hit 2 very different kind of shots in the studio. We hit this one and then we hit this one. And that's a little bit like, it just tempts you back in. I have used blades in the past, but none particularly this small. So, first swing of the day, and that's the perfect tee shot on this hole. They're the shots where, oh, it's just kicked left into the rough, but they're the shots that you cannot feel or sound a better golf shot than I've just hit there. The turf interaction on this was absolutely spectacular. It's exactly what I want. It's a little kind of credit card style divot just after where the ball was on the tee peg, and obviously using a nice 3-piece urethane ball, we do get that lovely soft feel. Now, interestingly, that's still probably not gone very far. Like, to hit that 5 iron, I'm probably hitting a normal 7 or 6 iron just to get that distance. So I think unless you are a fantastic ball striker with lots of club head speed, you may well be giving up a little bit of distance there. Chase that one just a little bit. That's just drawing into the left-hand rough, and probably gone a long way actually. That's the thing. If you do start chasing distance with these, you can tell there's not a lot behind them to give you that element of, well, you get the feedback, you don't get forgiveness, is essentially the word I'm looking for there. Did get a nice draw though. Same at that right hand bunker and just draw one into the fairway. That's a case of 2 out of 3. It's not even 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's 2 out of 3 are absolutely fantastic, spectacular. I want to put these in my golf bag, but I know I probably shouldn't. I'm going to show you just how close together those balls are. Even the one that went left, front to back dispersion is pretty good, which is one of the things I was worried about. How good do they look, by the way? I wonder if Phil Scott has them in the bag.
Definitely.
Definitely. So just who are these irons designed for? Because we all know the old marketing term, nothing feels like a Mizuno, but I also know that Mizuno makes some fantastic feeling performing irons that aren't butter knives like these blades. I'm surprised we didn't see these when the S3s were released, so people can like potentially multi-combo them and get that kind of CB element in the long irons and blades in the short. The worrying thing is, and we're going to test 9 iron in a second here, you could quite easily get the blade and 9 iron wedge, maybe even 8 iron, and really become unstuck from like 130, 140 yards. Unless, like I keep saying, you are a bit of a baller. I want to know if anyone's bought these, get in the comments below and let me know. So I'm really keen to see your progress, because it's like that dangling fruit, isn't it? Should you? Probably not. Will you? Maybe. So these are the first and the third shot we hit with the 5 irons, and there is the middle one. So again, it's gone left, yeah, but the front to back dispersion, I'm really impressed with that. It's actually left us with about 140 yards into this flag, which is about perfect, hopefully, for the 9 iron. Now, I have to say, I can keep talking to you guys about how good these look until the cows come home. And I think beauty is always in the eye of the beholder, because if I gave these to someone like Bobby, for example, he might think, oh, they look okay, but they're actually a little bit skinny for me. I prefer clubs more on the kind of portly side. I prefer clubs that are going to help me a little bit with some more weight behind them. Now, if we look at it and look at the blade length's minuscule, probably one of the shortest blade lengths you will see, and it actually has that nice kind of big raised toe shape that I always think is synonymous with a Mizuno. So if we now go the left-hand flag, 140 yards, this just looks like a 50-degree wedge, to be brutally honest. We do not want to go short here because there's a big cavernous bunker. And that's as good as I've got. That felt really good. Lovely turf interaction. And that is absolutely perfect, back edge of the green, spinning back by the looks towards that flag. So when it comes down to it, should you potentially, I've said potentially again, and I apologise for everyone that it hurts so deeply, but could you get these in the bag and have it as a catalyst to propel yourself to better golf? Now hear me out here, because I did this when I was a young PGA assistant, and I do feel like I became a better golfer because of it. I got the clubs that I knew I probably shouldn't get, or just fade a bit, and that's really good. That's gone long. I wasn't anticipating that, but I got the clubs that I probably shouldn't have got, and I went for the fitting, and the fitter said, I remember it was Paul Thompson at Titleist, fantastic fitter. He said, James, you're good enough to use these sometimes. The golden rule of thumb, realistically, you have to be hitting hundreds of balls a week to be having clubs like this, and I'll never forget that, because it meant a lot. It kind of thought, you know what, yeah, this is what you're trying to do. This is your main hobby, so go spend some time hitting balls. Oh, that felt really good. And all of a sudden, I'm actually enjoying this a lot. I'm enjoying this a lot more than if I was reviewing a really big cumbersome set of forgiving clubs. Let's jump inside, let's see just how good and bad the numbers can be. Then let's finish up on the gorgeous par 3 third hole and see what we're like in that kind of middle ground 7 iron, because that could be the club where you might cut off from MB to CB or S1 to S3. Always be MB and CB for me, always. Okay, so 7 iron in this Mizuno S1 set, and I challenge anybody to find a better looking and feeling golf set. These really do exactly what a Mizuno fan would want them to do. I go back to the point I said earlier in the video about, could it be the catalyst? We stood on my favourite hole here at Lindrick Golf Club, the third hole, par 3. It's 165 yards. So this should be a perfect 7 iron. Let's see just what we can get. We know the numbers inside. If we put a decent swing on it and strike it well, they're going to be good. They're going to be as we want. Can we control it? Because a lot of people buying these clubs will want to be able to hit those knockdown control shots as well. I've pulled that one a little bit. Is it going to carry the bunker? Is it going to be the right club? That's perfect. Middle of the green distance. Just went to the left ever so slightly. So there's no weighting in the toe here. There's no extra weighting in the shaft. We're not going to have that anti-twist kind of technology that you might get in a Ping or a P790 or even a higher grade Mizuno forgiving iron. I dare say that's gone almost long. That felt really good. Really good strike, just drawing off the flag to the centre of the green. And again, a really nice strike and a nice feel. So when it boils down to it with these clubs, what should you be looking at? Should you be thinking, right, I'm going to buy these off the rack, I'm going to get the Project X IO shafts that James has got in 6.0 with these Golf Pride grips? Absolutely not. What I would do is go and find your local fitting centre, go to an SGGT or even a Mizuno fitting centre and try them. Speak to the fitter, speak to them, and almost treat that as a lesson and see if it could be the catalyst for you. Finally, let's try and get one nice and close to this flag, because distance hasn't been a problem. It's been the archer behind the arrow. There we go. There we go. That's one of the nicest golf shots I've hit in a very, very, very long time. And that's nestled to about 5 feet away. Guys, if you enjoyed that video, please do smash that subscribe button below. Thank you so much once again for your continued support. And apart from that, I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Okay, so we know just how sleek and sexy these new Mizuno S1 irons are. We know the retro lofted. We know they're not going to go potentially as far as some big irons on the market today. And we know they maybe aren't going to be as forgiving as well. So let's kick things off with the 9 iron and we'll see just how these irons can perform. Really what you're hoping for here is an iron with lots of control, plenty of spin. And we've got 140 yards here. I think I'm probably biting off a bit more than I can chew, but we'll give it a go. That head looks frighteningly small. I've pulled that one a little bit. It's a good strike though. Is it going to be the number? The number's not bad. The number's a 137 carry, releasing out to 141. I have just kind of tweaked that a little bit left though, so that might have given it a little bit extra. I am trying to play a bit more of a draw though now, so maybe if we aim out towards the right hand side, these irons are going to be great for that. Oh, that's a toey one. What do you lose? A lot. That's pitch 117. That really wasn't a good strike at all. High out the face and a little bit toey. You turn it round and you think it looks so good, but how many players can actually use these? I can't believe how much I've lost there with a bad strike. That felt really nice. That's like an arrow. Is it going to be the number though? Do I have to? See, it's a 131. Now for me, usually that's kind of a pitching wedge number in any kind of iron that I do test. Plenty of spin though, plenty of control, and felt really, really nice and soft. So I think these irons should come with a little bit of a warning really. That's really nice again. I can't hit a 9 iron better than that. What's it going to carry? Well, I'll tell you what, 135, releasing out to that kind of 136, almost close to that 140 yard flag. I would have to club up every time I hit these, definitely, without a shadow of a doubt. Is that worth? I've just not quite caught that one. You lose so much. Look at this, 125. It's a 10-15 yard drop if you don't quite get it. Ready. Okay, 7 iron in this Mizuno S1 set. I actually just picked up the 5 iron thinking it was a 7 iron because it looks more like a 7 iron than a 5 iron, but I've put a green out there at 160 yards. Usually for me a 7 iron is kind of 165. So I've taken a little bit off. Let's try and play it as these irons should be played. Oh, I've hit that really nice. 6,900 backspin, that's the exact number you would want. And it's a 156 releasing out to 159 yards. So for that number that we're playing here, that 160 yard green, that's absolutely fine. Could you be the person who just says, you know what, I'm not bothered. I have done this in the past. I have used blades in the past and just kind of said, you know what, I'll just club up because I do like everything else about them, the feel and the sound and the looks. That's a little bit of a lower pull. That might travel that 160 in the air. What's that one going to go? 160 on the nose. So again, if I just pull it a little bit, you see the backspin drops to 6,000. Obviously that dynamic loft's a little bit less because the face is closed and it does go the number, but I don't want to be that guy who stands at a club, aims miles right and then essentially does something like this. Oh look, I've hit that really, really good. It's come out low. Really, all I've done there, that's gone miles low. You can get it. It's 163 yard carry, so it's up there with how I would hit a normal 7 iron. But when Mizuno have such great clubs in the range, like the JPX, like the Black Series, like they look so good, those black ones. Even the S3s, like would you go combo set with them? Okay, so these require ultimate concentration, is how we're gonna go. We can even see the slow-mo replay of the strike actually, where it came out the hosel. But they are a short blade length, so you do need to give them a bit more respect than maybe I'm doing, trying to talk while hitting them. And I'm not sure these would be the irons for me based on that front to back dispersion that we are seeing, but that doesn't mean to say they're not the irons for you.
Ready.
Right, 5 iron. Now, I've set a green out there at 190 yards, which for a 9 iron shouldn't really be too much hassle. I should be able to, it's going to be a bit much. We should maybe set that at 180, but I do want to see just how bad this could potentially get if I'm trying to hit almost a 200 yard 5 iron. I can't hit a better 5 iron than that. That's the shot, spinning at 4,800. Oh, it's nearly pitched in. Oh. That's the shot that makes you think, I can. Of course I can. Why wouldn't you buy a full set of Mizuno Pro S1s? Because I can hit that. It's like frozen rope. I've actually quite annoyed myself there. Right. How consistent is it though, James? That's the question. I've done it again. I've done it again. About a 191 carry. 185. Releasing out to like 4 feet. 4.49 spin, by the way. But even there, I've lost 6 yards of carry, and I don't know why. Like, I've hit both of them, what I feel like it's exactly the same. Look at those 2 ball flights there. Why am I hitting the 5 iron better than I hit the 9 iron? Oh dear, that's not the one. That is not the one. Plenty of spin, but that's only carrying 159 yards, and that's essentially what a 7 iron should be. So I kind of knew this would happen. I knew we weren't going to get the ultimate forgiveness. I didn't know I was going to put on such a masterclass, disaster class kind of performance. But I must say, if you're in the market for blades, they're probably worth trying, because these are some of the smallest heads I've ever seen. Oh, that's just a bit heavy as well. And the joy you get when you hit a good one, depending how serious you are at your scores, I know a lot of people do play golf for enjoyment still, God forbid. I don't know, I think the joy outweighs the pain, apart from that shank we hit, because that was a little bit embarrassing. So, guys, if you've enjoyed that, smash that subscribe button below. I'm going to stay here and continue working on my long irons with this butter knife. I've not had that phrase in a long time, of a 5 iron. So thank you so much. Compression is key, and I'll see you all at the same time tomorrow.
Ready.
That's left.